they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Switch it. Hey, empty.
On play action, it's Wentz. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. One more time with Dobbins. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
The tackle made.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now they've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Throwing is Wentz. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we bought for.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
Taken down.
This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential. But I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back. But now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the 1st. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Smith. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing on third down, Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
First down, Steelers.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Short little throw to Ebron. 7 yards the pick up there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 50, it's Smith. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Pass and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to it and forcing a 3rd down.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
3 at the 44-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
$10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ravens 10, Steelers nothing.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. We'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit and try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Wentz. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's another Baltimore 1st down.
Wentz now on 1st down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check 3, check 15, 15. 82. 55.
Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Well, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone, not much more impressive than that. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And the Steeler first down.
On first down, it's Smith. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The Steelers
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And down inside the 15 he goes. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
And you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Smith. Throw left side, complete. It's Bell. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead. Big way, and the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. K-Rod short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
2nd down.
Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now a draw play. This is Bell. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Smith. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's caught at the 25. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
Now, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life, but it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
By the Steelers.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
To
Juju Smith-Schuster with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12.
Makes the score Ravens 26, Steelers 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Wentz now on first down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
At the 32-yard line.
Now Wentz again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Mark Andrews. Incomplete. Minka Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Let's go,
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, man.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Bell so light on his feet. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for Smith. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A gain of 9 yards.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Bell. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Bell, the ball carrier.
Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Oh, what a move. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round? That's what I call a steal.
There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
6-yard line.
Wentz now to throw. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Now Wentz. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They're going for it with Dobbins. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. On first down, Smith. And got his man, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool, 85 yards. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Smith. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. They find some open field here. Then he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Intercepted by the
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Oh, they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
36-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Again, it's Bell. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Smith. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
First and goal.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now Bell. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second.
They'll try again with Bell.
5-yard line.
Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown of the night, and the Steelers have taken the lead. They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the second try.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Now they go screen, it's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ravens 33.
So still 14 yards to go. Second down. From the gun, it's Wentz. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
37-yard line.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. On play action, Wentz. There he goes inside the 30. That's taken in by Duvernay. And finally wrestled down at the 11. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wentz to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Out of the gun, Smith. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Smith now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Taking on the midfield logo. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now a play fake. Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Chase Claypool, the intended target. And it's second down.
Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
26 mark.
Throwing again. Smith. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through three quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A quick pass out to Juju. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster with his second touchdown of the night. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On play action, it's Wentz. He's going deep for Brown. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Brings up second and 11 at the 49-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. They'll go again with Bell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a first down carry by Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a first and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Pick up a 2. Brings up second and goal.
Second and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Touchdown.
Le'Veon Bell. His third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is.
The kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Open man is Duvernay. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Wentz. And a Steeler pressure pressure too much here. He's going down. Devin Bush in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Pittsburgh, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.